Is your dog someone who goes absolutely cray-cray when he or she meets a stranger? To the point where you're scared of taking your dog outside during the day when there might be people around, and you take your dog outside in the night when the chances of being on the roads is far less. Is that a situation that resonates with you? Do you have an aggressive dog who is aggressive only towards strangers? If that's the case, then you are in the right place. And that is exactly what I'll be discussing in this video. Transforming aggression, a guide on how to reduce your dog's aggression towards strangers. So this video is specifically focused on aggression towards strangers, people your dog doesn't know. Let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Happy Puppers. I am Dr. Shruti the author and owner of happypuppers.com, your one-stop destination when it comes to dog care, dog psychology, training, and much more. The link to the blog will be in the description section below, so please go ahead, check it out. If you want, subscribe to the newsletter as well. You will be informed about every new tip and trick that comes out as soon as it comes out. With that, let's get into the video. But one more thing. Please hit that like button, the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and set that bell to all. This way YouTube will notify you every new video that goes out from this channel, and you will not have to come and check the channel every Wednesday to see if there is a new video or not. Otherwise, if you don't do that, YouTube may forget to inform you. With that, let's get into it. So, if you notice that your dog is only being aggressive towards people she or she does not know, then your dog is only doing it out of most likely fear and a need to protect you. So how do we change this behavior? How do we bring about an improvement in this behavior using positive reinforcement methods? That is what I'm going to be discussing here. So, point number 1, understand the root cause of this behavior. Was your dog abused before he or she came to you? If you have purchased the dog, go talk to the breeder. If your dog came from a shelter, then there is a high chance of this happening. Maybe the dog was previously abused by the owners, the guardians, or random strangers. The dog was living on the road. If that was the case, then even if they are in a secure environment, sometimes that hostility might come out. So when you know the root cause, you know how to exactly tackle the problem, and that is why you have to find out what the root cause is behind this behavior. Point number 2, start socialization, and start it very, very gradually, like this, slow. How? First, get lots and lots and lots of treats. Start the socialization in the house, like bring a few new people very slowly, very gradually. So one day a new person comes into your house, they stand at the gate for a while, you keep your dog away, you give your dog a treat, and you ask the stranger to stand at the gate. You show your dog that when someone comes into the house, you get a treat. So your dog learns to recognize, learns to associate treat with strangers coming. So that means strangers coming in are not that bad thing. Eventually you ask this person who's coming in, who is a stranger to your dog, to offer your dog a treat. Very gently from a distance, they may put it on the floor. Initially, if they are scared of approaching your dog, and your dog can pick it up, and eventually more and more people start coming into your house, and they all give your dog treat, and your dog is like, oh, this is nice, I can get used to this. So once your dog has got used to these people in the indoor environment and in his house, you move the environment outside. Next, you introduce dog park, but with the same people. Once your dog is comfortable with those same people in the dog park in an outside environment, then you bring in new people. And your dog is like, okay, new people are not so bad. It's a very, very gradual process, but it's definitely doable. Point number 3, start obedience training. Obedience training should not only be followed at home, it should also be followed outside. So if your dog knows all the commands at home but is not following that outside, then, first thing you need to do is practice. If you ask your dog to stay, your dog should stay, especially when you're outside. So this way, if you feel that there might be a danger approaching or a dangerous situation might break out, you might ask your dog to stay. And your dog's attention has moved away from the intent to attack or to react to following your command. The dog sits down, and the moment dogs sit down, a part of their aggressive energy comes down. And if sit down and your dog is like sitting and still, staring at that person and like hackles are risen and all, ask your dog to lay down. Then redirect your dog's attention by giving him treats away from that incoming distraction or reactive situation, whatever it is. So, these tools are extremely powerful. Sit, stay, come, leave it in dangerous situations. And trust me, it will go a long way if your dog knows how to follow your commands in seconds in any situation. Point number 4, gradual exposure. As I mentioned before, you have to go like at the snail's pace. You have to go really slow, really, really, really slow. If your dog is picking up, you can obviously go faster, but if your dog is taking time, you have to adjust the training method as per your dog. So acclimatize your dog to new people, new sights, new sounds, new smells gradually. If your dog has met one person today and second person tomorrow and third person the third day and fourth person on the fourth day, it might be a little too much, like overwhelming for your dog. So maybe one person comes on the first day, second person comes on the second day, but one person comes back on the third day, so your dog is like, oh, I know you, I know you, I know you. So that kind of gives a good feeling to the dog. It makes the socialization process easier on your dog as well as on you. So make sure that it's all gradual and is associated with plenty of positive reinforcements. Your dog should know that people around me is a good thing. I get lots of treats, so yeah, I can live with that. I don't have to go and bark and attack people, man. They are nice, they give me treats. That's what should be in your dog's mind. Point number 5, use desensitization. So you ask your dog to sit. Stranger is coming in, stranger sits down. You offer your dog a treat. Next time, initially, I'm sorry, I started it at I told you the second step on the first. So first step is when your stranger arrives at the house, you ask your dog to sit. Your stranger comes, your stranger gives your dog a treat, stranger goes and sits, and your dog is like, this is nice. So eventually you wean off the treat. You still ask your dog to sit, you still have the treat pouch in your hand, and then the stranger comes in, goes, sits, not offering the dog a treat, and you offer the dog a treat. You're getting the point. Positive association is coming from you, not from the stranger anymore. You weaned the treat off, right, in case of the stranger, but not in your case. You are still giving your dog the treats. So, and this treat weaning should also be done very slowly, very, very, very gradually. It's all about fostering positive connections, positive association, making your dog feel happy to follow instructions, because dogs are much more likely to follow you if they're happy. If they're sad, if they're angry, if they're mad at you, why will they follow you? So just make sure that you are doing things slowly, acclimatizing your dog slowly, and with lots and lots and lots of positive reinforcement. Now make sure that the treat you're using is also one that your dog cannot refuse under any circumstance and will do anything for it. So get that high quality level treat, and also a crucial tip, only use that treat when you're training. This will make training something your dog looks forward to. Now, if suppose I've got dog biscuits, which my kids love, and I'm giving it to them one in breakfast, one in dinner, and like random times throughout the day, and then I'm also using it for training. Now, if I use the treats throughout the day, then the treat is losing its value. My dog knows even if they don't follow command right now, it's okay. Mom will anyways give me a treat after dinner or before dinner, whatever. They are master at understanding timing, so you have to be careful. You cannot give your dog that specific, very high value treat if you are teaching him something specific. This will increase his response when you're training. Oh my god, mom has got this amazing treat. I have to listen to her. I just have to. Okay, I'm sitting. I'm not going to forget that stranger. I don't care who's here. I want that treat. You're getting my point? This is how the brain of your dog should be when a stranger comes. Then you know you've done your job right. Okay. Point number 6. If you're facing difficulty in acclimatizing your dog towards strangers, go ahead, talk to your vet, find out if your dog has a medical issue, Find out and then talk to dog behaviorists and trainers. They may tell you that it's possibly because of a PTSD, or maybe the dog was hurt previously, that's why he's reacting this way. They can also help you find out where you are going wrong in the training process, and if your training is not working, they can help you out with that. They can tailor the process for you. They can even train your dog for you. So whichever way is convenient, go ahead. It does not make you a bad guardian. You're just trying to help. We all need help sometimes, and it's totally okay. It's absolutely okay to ask for help when you need it. So, because at the end, the only thing that matters is your dog's happiness, not your ego. So, do what your dog needs, not what you need. Point number 7, provide a safe space in your house for your dog to relax. Now, if a stranger is coming, your dog is not interested. He's like, oh, she's constantly bringing in strangers and she's not interested in looking at a new person right now. I'll just go and sleep. That option should be there. That option should always be there. You should never force your dog to come and greet people. If your dog's already there, train. If he's not there, if he just wants to rest, let him rest. Do not force him. No, you cannot rest right now. You have to come because this socialization is for you. You have to be here. No. Your dog is resting well and good. He's comfortable enough to rest. His ankles are not risen then. So let your dog rest. Point number 8. Consistent rules and boundaries. Do not poison the cues. Stay means stay. Stay does not mean stay there, stay on the carpet, stay on the bed, stay on the sofa. Stay does not mean that. Stay means stay. Wherever your dog is, your dog will stay there. If it's a sofa, you don't want your dog on the sofa, then you can say off and then stay. So that your dog comes down the sofa and then sits. But commands should always remain the same regardless of who is using them, whether it's you, your family members, your mom, your dad, your cousins, or your kids. It does not matter. Cue should never be poisoned. That's the rule of thumb in dog training. If you poison the cue, your dog will not know which cue to respond to, and eventually your dog will not stop responding to the cues at all. If there is a place your dog is not supposed to come, then that should always be the case. Your dog should never be allowed there, like the kitchen in a lot of cases. And some places actually people also do not allow the dog to come very near the house gate. So they've got like this certain, like 10 feet away or 5 feet away from the house gate, the dog will sit there or stay there while the guests come in and go or stuff like that. So if you have a boundary, maintain it. Point number 9, positive reinforcement. Well, this is an aspect of every of my dog care video. Positive reinforcement. Every time your dog does something nice, something good, or even remotely amazing, reward and mark that behavior. Your dog, if he gets the treat at the right time, will think, I did something, that is why I got this reward, so I must do that again. So there is a higher chance of your dog engaging in that particular behavior again and again. Well, with that, this video is done. I will see you guys in my next video. Till then, bye bye, take care. And if you haven't hit that like button, subscribe button, and ring that notification bell and set it to all, well, please do so now. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye, everyone. Take care.